Sadam was a young boy who lived in a small village near the mountains. His village was peaceful and surrounded by green fields and tall trees everywhere. The villagers were kind and always helped each other in times of need. But Sadam was different from the other children in many important ways. He had a big problem that made his life very difficult every day. Sadam could not control his emotions when something went wrong in life. He would get angry very quickly over small things that didn't matter much. If someone said something he didn't like, he would shout at them loudly. When things didn't go his way, he would throw stones at trees. His mother would often tell him to stay calm and think before acting. His father tried to teach him patience by telling him old village stories, but Sadam never listened to their advice and continued with his bad behavior. The other children in the village started avoiding him because of his anger. Sadam felt lonely and sad, but he didn't know how to change himself. He thought the world was unfair, and everyone was against him all the time. His anger was like a fire that burned everything around him without stopping. Sadam had a best friend named Ali, who lived next to his house. They had been friends since they were very small children playing together. Ali was patient, kind, and always smiled even when things were not good. They would play in the fields, climb trees, and share their meals together. One sunny day, they were playing a game of marbles near the well. Sadam was winning, and he felt very proud of his skills in the game. Then Ali made a great shot and won the final round quite easily. Sadam's face turned red with anger, and his hands started shaking with rage. Sadam shouted loudly, pointing his finger at Ali's face angrily. "No, I didn't cheat, I just played the game fairly." Ali replied very calmly. Sadam picked up all the marbles and threw them into the well below. Ali looked at him with sad eyes but didn't say anything at all. Sadam pushed Ali and ran away to his house without looking back once. That night, Sadam couldn't sleep because he felt bad about his actions today. He knew he had hurt his best friend without any real good reason, but his pride stopped him from saying sorry to Ali the next morning. Days passed, and Ali stopped talking to Sadam completely after that terrible incident. Sadam felt more lonely than ever before in his entire young life. He realized his anger had cost him his only true friend in life. One day, Sadam was sitting alone under a big tree feeling very sad. An old man with a long white beard walked towards him very slowly. The old man was known in the village as someone very wise indeed. His name was Baba Rehman, and he had traveled to many distant places. "Why do you look so sad, young boy?" Baba Rehman asked with kindness. Sadam told him everything about his anger and his lost friendship with Ali. The old man listened carefully, without interrupting him even once during the story. When Sadam finished talking, the old man smiled and sat beside him quietly. "Your anger is like a storm that destroys everything in its terrible path," Baba said. "But I can't help it. I just get angry so easily." Sadam replied sadly, "Let me tell you a secret that changed my life many years ago," Baba said. Sadam looked at him with curious eyes, waiting to hear the important secret. The old man picked up a small stone from the ground near them. He held it in his hand and showed it to the young boy. "This stone is like your problem. It is small and harmless right now," Baba explained. "But when you throw it with anger, it can break a window glass," he continued. "Your emotions are in your hands, just like this small stone is now," Baba said. Baba Rehman invited Sadam to come to his small house the next morning. Sadam agreed because he wanted to learn how to control his bad temper. The next morning, Sadam reached Baba's house when the sun was rising beautifully. "Today, I will teach you the first lesson about controlling your emotions well," Baba said. He gave Sadam a glass full of water to hold in his hands. He told Sadam to walk around the garden without spilling any water drops. "This is easy," Sadam thought, and started walking around the beautiful garden confidently. But Baba Rehman started asking him difficult questions about his past angry moments suddenly. As Sadam thought about those moments, his hands started shaking a little bit. Water spilled from the glass onto the ground below his feet quite quickly. "Why did the water spill?" Baba asked with a knowing smile on his face. "Because my hands were shaking when I thought about those bad memories," Sadam answered. "Exactly. Your emotions make your hands shake and create problems in your life," Baba explained. "When you are calm, you can carry the water without spilling at all," he added. Sadam tried again, but this time he took deep breaths before he started. He focused only on the glass and nothing else around him at all. He walked slowly and carefully, and not a single drop spilled this time. "You see, when you control your mind, you control your emotions too," Baba said, proudly. The next day, Baba Rehman gave Sadam a hammer and many big nails. He pointed to an old wooden fence that surrounded his house on all sides. "Every time you get angry today, hammer one nail into this wooden fence," Baba said. Sadam agreed and took the hammer in his hand, feeling a bit confused. Throughout the day, Baba would say things that usually made Sadam very angry indeed. When Sadam felt anger rising, he would hammer a nail into the fence hard. By evening, the fence had 30 nails hammered into it all over the place. Sadam looked at the fence and felt tired from all that hard work. His hands hurt from holding the heavy hammer for so many long hours. "Now I want you to do something different for me tomorrow morning," Baba said. "Every time you control your anger, pull out one nail from the fence," he explained. The next few days were very difficult for Sadam, but he tried hard. Whenever he felt angry, he would take deep breaths just like before now. He would count to 10 slowly before reacting to anything at all around him. He would think about the consequences of his anger before acting on it now. Slowly, he started pulling out nails from the fence one by one each day. After 2 weeks, all the nails were finally removed from the wooden fence. Sadam felt proud of himself for achieving this difficult goal successfully at last. Sadam ran to Baba Rehman's house to share his success with the teacher. The old man smiled and walked with him to see the fence together now. "Look closely at the fence, my dear boy," Baba said, pointing his finger carefully. Sadam looked and saw holes in the wood where the nails had been. Even though the nails were gone, the marks remained on the wood clearly. The fence was damaged and would never be the same as before again. "This is what your anger does to people you love so much," Baba explained. "Even if you say sorry, the hurt remains like these holes here," he continued. "Words spoken in anger create wounds that take time to heal properly inside," Baba added. Sadam felt tears in his eyes as he understood this important lesson finally. He thought about Ali and how his words had hurt his best friend. He realized that sorry was not enough to fix everything between them now. "But there is still hope if you truly change your ways," Baba said, kindly. "Actions speak louder than words, so show people you have changed," he advised wisely. Sadam decided to practice controlling his emotions every single day from now on. Baba Rehman taught him several techniques to remain calm in difficult situations always. He learned to pause and breathe deeply before reacting to anything bad happening. He learned to count to 10 when he felt anger rising inside him. He learned to walk away from situations that made him angry or upset. He learned to think about good memories when bad thoughts came to mind. Every morning, Sadam would sit quietly and practice being calm and peaceful inside. He would imagine difficult situations and practice responding with calmness and patience always. He would remind himself that anger only creates more problems in this life. Baba also taught him to understand why he felt angry in life. Sometimes anger comes from fear, sometimes from hurt, sometimes from misunderstanding and confusion. Understanding the root cause helps to deal with emotions much better than before. Sadam started keeping a small diary, where he wrote his feelings every night. He would write about moments when he controlled his anger successfully that day. He would also write about times when he failed and what lessons learned. Slowly, people in the village noticed a change in Sadam's behavior pattern clearly. He was more patient, more kind, and smiled more often than ever before. The children who avoided him before started playing with him again in fields. Sadam knew he had to apologize to Ali for his terrible past behavior, but he wanted to show through actions that he had really changed deeply. He started doing small things to show Ali he was truly sorry now. He would leave Ali's favorite fruits at his doorstep every morning without being seen. He would help Ali's father in the fields without asking for anything back. He would protect Ali's younger brother from bullies at school every single day. Ali noticed these things but didn't say anything to Sadam at all yet. One day, heavy rains came and flooded the village streets with dirty water. Ali's house was in danger of flooding because of a broken wall outside. Sadam saw this and immediately ran to help without thinking twice about it. He worked all day in the rain to fix the wall properly again. His clothes were wet, his hands were dirty, but he didn't stop working hard. Ali came out and saw Sadam working so hard for his family's safety. His heart melted, and he joined Sadam in fixing the wall together finally. They worked side by side just like old times when they were friends. When the work was finished, they sat together tired but happy at heart. The rain stopped, and a beautiful rainbow appeared in the sky above them. "I am truly sorry for everything I did to hurt you before," Sadam said. "I can see you have changed, and I forgive you completely." Ali replied smiling. Their friendship was restored, and this time it was even stronger than before. Chapter 9: The Final Challenge. One day, a group of boys from a neighboring village came to play. They were known for being rude and creating problems everywhere they went around. They started making fun of Sadam's village and calling everyone names rudely indeed. The old Sadam would have fought them immediately without thinking at all first. But the new Sadam remembered all the lessons he had learned from Baba. He felt anger rising inside him like a hot wave of fire. But he took a deep breath and counted to 10 very slowly. He thought about the fence with holes and the pain anger causes always. He thought about his friendship with Ali that he almost lost forever before. Instead of fighting, Sadam smiled and invited them to play a game together. The boys were surprised by his calm and kind response to their rudeness. They expected a fight but received friendship instead of hatred and anger. Sadam treated them with respect, even though they were rude to him first. He shared his food with them and showed them around the beautiful village. Slowly their rudeness disappeared and they became friendly with everyone there too. By evening those boys apologized for their earlier behavior and thanked Sadam greatly. They said they had never met someone so patient and kind like him. They promised to visit again and be better people next time around. The entire village saw what happened and praised Sadam for his wonderful behavior. His parents were proud of the young man their son had finally become. Baba Reedman smiled from far away, knowing his teaching had worked perfectly well. Years passed, and Sadam grew into a wise and respected young man indeed. He never forgot the lessons Baba Reedman had taught him so long ago now. He practiced emotional control every single day of his life without fail ever. One day, Baba Reedman called Sadam to his house for something very important indeed. The old man was very old now and knew his time was coming. He held Sadam's hand and looked into his eyes with deep love. "You have learned well, and now you must teach others too," Baba said. "Help people understand that emotions are tools, not masters of our lives," he continued. "Anger, fear, and sadness are natural, but we choose how to respond," he explained. A strong person is not one who never falls down in life, Baba said. A strong person is one who controls himself even in the worst situations, he added. Sadam promised to carry forward Baba's teachings to everyone who needed help understanding. Baba Reebman passed away peacefully a few days later with a smile on face. Sadam started helping troubled children and angry young people in the village regularly. He would tell them his own story of transformation from anger to peace. He would teach them the same techniques Baba had taught him years ago. He became known as a patient and wise teacher just like Baba before. People from far villages came to learn from him about controlling emotions in life. Sadam never charged money, but asked them to help others in return always. Sadam learned that emotions are like wild horses running inside us every day. If we don't control them, they will control us and destroy everything around. Anger is a fire that burns the person holding it most of all. The key to controlling emotions is to pause before reacting to anything bad, take deep breaths, count to 10, and think about the consequences of actions. Understand that most problems are temporary, but words spoken in anger hurt forever. Every problem in life is a test of our patience and strength inside. How we respond defines who we truly are as human beings always. A calm mind can solve problems that an angry mind cannot ever solve. Sadam's story teaches us that change is possible for everyone who truly wants. It takes practice, patience, and dedication to master emotional control in this life. But the rewards are worth it because peace is better than anger. When you control your emotions, you control your life and your destiny completely. You become stronger, wiser, and happier than ever before in your life journey. You build better relationships and create a positive impact on everyone around you. In every problem there is a choice between anger and calmness, always together. The choice you make determines your happiness and success in this beautiful life. Remember Sadam's journey from a hot-headed boy to a wise and peaceful man. Control your emotions before they control you and destroy everything you love most. Be like the calm water that reflects beauty, not the stormy water destroying. Your emotions are your responsibility, and you have the power to master them. This story teaches us that emotional control is the greatest strength a person can have. Practice patience, think before reacting, and choose peace over anger every single day. Your life will transform just like Sadam's life transformed completely through dedication and learning.